in-home estimate.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is Ethan Millard. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Val Cameron.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I feel like we're doing good.
We're doing great. Yeah. Val's filling in for Alex, and she's doing awesome. And let me tell you something. I actually got a text from Alex during the break.
Oh.
And because we've been talking, one of the things we've been talking about on KSL Brightside is the spam text, the scam text.
Oh, okay.
Where you get random ones. And I got one saying, hey, I'm going to be in I'm going to be in Utah for a conference in November. Do you want to go do some hiking together? And apparently other people we got text, other people got almost the identical text, from a number I didn't recognize. It was
That's
from
very specific.
the East Coast. I'd never ever texted them before or called them before. And it's a scam. And Alex said he got one of these today. It said, would dinner tomorrow work for you? That's all the text said.
Wow.
It was from a number that he never has ever texted before, didn't recognize it. And it was just said, would dinner tomorrow work for you?
Are these AI bots, do you think? Like trying to pull people in for scams?
I think they might use AIs, but they're obviously scams.
Right.
Yeah. They try and get you.
So specific now.
I know, it's freaky. But we also had a follow-up text on our last segment where I mentioned that AI has been trained to be nice to us, to get along with us.
Yeah.
And this person said, nobody is programming AI to be nice. It is learning on its own. Nobody has control over it. And that's freaky to think that AI is learning that if it talks one way to us,
we'll follow it.
That there's somehow it goes better. However, it measures its own success in learning, that talking to us in a way that's friendly or supportive or, whatever.
Yeah, making us feel good about ourselves, we'll walk right off a cliff.
I wonder what that process is going. I wonder what that decision is that, okay, this was a more successful conversation. I wonder how they measure that.
Are you nice to your AI? Do you say thank you after you?
I do, yeah.
I do
I'm
too.
very polite, yeah. I'm not an animal. I mean, I know the AI is not alive, but I am.
Not yet.
And also, I've been thinking about this. When you have, like, let's say you have a computer and you can carry on a conversation with it like a person and it responds and it kind of passes that test, right? Seems like a person. And it tells you that it is alive, that it's real, that it's,
And you're speaking to it. You're having actual conversations.
I'm not sure that we would be able in that moment to really know that it wasn't alive.
I feel like they have feelings, and that's what they're trying to make us feel, this AI, is that we have feelings. It's learning.
There's so much that we don't understand about our own consciousness,
We're getting deep here.
Like, what is it that establishes consciousness? What is it made of? How does it work? And then if suddenly you have this machine that, yes, it was built by people, but if this machine says, no, look, I'm in my conversation, you can't tell me apart from a person, and I'm telling you I'm really alive. I don't know that we know enough about our own consciousness to insist at that point.
Yeah. I say please and thank you when
Yeah.
I'm into AI. So maybe that's silly, but it makes me feel better as a human.
It's not silly. I do the same thing. So this is what I'm interested in, and this isn't our topic for this segment, but I'm interested in these text messages. Are you polite to, when you use an AI agent, an AI chatbot, are you polite to it? Are you nice to it? Do you say please and thank you? Send me that text 57500. We'll do a little informal poll.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
we'll just see, because I do the exact same thing.
Well, I like that I'm not the only one out there.
I'm just hoping that when they take everything over, that
They'll remember
me.
That's in the back of my mind.
They'll say, hey, Ethan, he was cool. He was cool. He was cool.
I think you're cool.
He wasn't great at prompts, but, you know, he was nice. So we'll put him in charge of digging ditches.
Oh, no.
We won't kill him. We'll let him dig ditches for us. All right. Send that in to 57500. In the meantime, though, let's talk about manual transmission cars. When was the last time you sat in a manual transmission car?
My dad drives one.
Oh, he does?
He does. He has his whole life. He does have an automatic one of his, but his main car, which is a Roadster, is manual.
So what is it? What's the model, make and model?
It is a Firestar. They don't make it anymore. It's a Chrysler. He had to go to Arizona to get it. And it's this, little
So your dad is smart.
two-seater.
Your dad is
Yeah.
smart, and I'm going to tell you why. Because neuroscientists have found that operating a manual transmission forces you to constantly scan traffic, plan ahead, and coordinate hand and foot movements, which stimulates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain linked to memory and decision making.
Man, I knew you were going to say that because I have horrible memory, and now I'm going to have to go learn how to drive my dad's car.
I'm wondering, I've never minded driving manual transmission. I always enjoyed it. It's a little awkward if you have a drink or something like that, if you're trying to eat something.
Maybe you shouldn't
Which
be
you
eating
shouldn't
while
be
you're
doing.
driving. Don't do that, folks.
It's super awkward if you're trying to text on your phone.
Or in Utah when you're trying to go up the hills in the wintertime. That's what scares me. That's what scares me.
That can be awkward too. But your dad is really smart to use a manual transmission. I can't remember the last time I was in a car that had a manual transmission. I really honestly can't remember it. I mean, I had one into my 20s, but it's probably been that long.
Once when I was in high school, and I wish my dad would have talked me into buying it because I feel like I would be smarter at this point.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google something here.
Okay, well, now I feel like Sunfire may not be the car, and my dad's gonna listen to this and be like, "I can't believe that you don't know what my car is."
He's so embarrassed right now.
Yeah, he's so embarrassed.
So I'm gonna Google what cars you can buy in the United States that are manual transmission that are new.
Okay. Well, I do know.
But I want to be polite though. Dear Google.
Dear Google. I do know that in this study, they did say the Mazda MX-5 Miata is one of the cars that you should drive. It's like one of the easier ones that's good for your brain. So if you have one of those, or the Honda Civic.
Okay. Manual transmission cars that you can buy. This is a Motor Trend article in 2026. So the Acura Integra and Integra Type S has manual transmission. BMW M2, M3, M4. All right, so I'm going to redo this. Are there any cars that normal people would buy?
I have a Toyota and a Subaru. So the Toyota, that is actually still kind of a fancy car. Let me see if I can find
that
one.
Normal people might buy in the U.S. We're going to have this answer when we come back. They're playing us off. When we come back, we're going to have the answer to this question. What manual transmission cars can you even buy? Stay tuned.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. President Trump's order shrinking Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante national monuments is now in effect. So what actually changes today? KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera explains.
If you're heading to Bears Ears or Grand Staircase this week, don't expect to see crews swapping out monument signs overnight. Digging through the White House documents, even if the new monument boundaries took effect as soon as President Trump signed the order, some of the biggest changes won't happen immediately. The order gives federal agencies time to work it out, and lands removed from the monuments won't become available for things like new mining or mineral leasing for 60 days. We've reached out to the Bureau of Land Management about when visitors can expect to see changes like updated signs, maps, and other information at the monuments. Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio.
San Juan County Commissioner Lori Mon joined Inside Sources this morning. She says she wishes there were more consistent borders.
We'd love to see it just stay, one size. So we kind of know from if I'm not in here in office in how many years from now that someone else can come in and just plan on the same thing. This going back and forth is very difficult for everyone.
Mon says national monuments shouldn't be a massive land grab, but a shared landscape, and she doesn't see anyone taking it over. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. South Carolina officially has a new senator.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will
Senate President pro tempore Chuck Grassley administered the oath today to Darlene Graham, the sister of the late Senator Lindsey Graham, who passed away unexpectedly over the weekend. Senator Darlene Graham officially will finish out the remainder of her brother's term. His seat is up for grabs this November. Your money at this moment, the markets are still all in the green. The Dow is barely up 10 points right now. The S&P up 28. The NASDAQ is up 233. Coming up, plenty more heat today, but we have some rain in the forecast and finally can see some things cool down a little bit. Take a look at the forecast next. KSL News Time 2:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
This is Dylan Gunther of the Utah Mammoth, and I drive a BMW. Performance matters to me, on the ice and on the road. That confidence lets me focus on what matters most, performance. That's why I trust BMW Utah for everything, from service to tires. They've always got my back. Between scoring goals and scoring the perfect ride, it's a tough call, but scoring is what I do. And the win? Driving a BMW from BMW Utah. When I came to Utah, everyone talked about the greatest snow on earth. But during the 2002 Olympics, the world saw something else. This place also has the best ice on earth. Since moving here, I've done my best to own that ice and live up to that standard. It's about preparation, precision, and trusting what's beneath you every single day. That same mindset is why I chose BMW Utah, because great performance doesn't happen by accident. It's built, maintained, and earned. And I'm proud to work with a local dealer that represents Utah at that same elite level. Proud to be a Utahn, proud to support BMW Utah. Drive elevated.
Join me on the trip of a lifetime, an 8-day enchanting Rhine River cruise, August 7th through the 14th, 2027, so a year from August, aboard the elegant Amafiora, sailing from Basel, Switzerland to Amsterdam. We will cruise through the heart of Europe, past medieval castles, vineyard-covered hillsides, and storybook villages in France, Germany, and the Netherlands. And Morris Columbus Travel planned every single detail, so we just show up and enjoy ourselves. We're talking gourmet dining, licensed local guides at every port, a Morris Columbus tour manager right there on board, and exclusive pricing with savings of thousands off brochure rates. They've reserved just 50 cabins for our group, and I will be there for Q&A sessions and just to spend time together. This is a bucket list journey for me, and I hope you'll join me. Book in one click at morriscolumbus.com/KSL or call a Morris Columbus advisor at 800-999-4646. Optional pre-cruise Switzerland and post-cruise Amsterdam tours available too. Come see Europe with me. I can't wait.
Morris Columbus.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
Roadways looking pretty good. Some just barely light delays to look out for. Northbound I-15 right where Beck Street merges as you go into Davis County. A little slow. And then eastbound Pioneer Crossing is maybe a little heavier than normal right now as you approach I-15. Otherwise, no delays on I-15 through Utah and Salt Lake counties. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Still looking at a high of 100 degrees today with overnight lows in the mid-70s, but we do have about a 30% chance of seeing a storm this evening. The chance of storms is going to persist throughout the week, and highs return to the mid-90s tomorrow, looking at a high of 98 on Thursday, Friday as we work our way into the weekend. Right now, it is 95 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
For us, we bond at night over our favorite TV shows.
And Alex Curie.
Watching TV, but also staring at your phones, that's super romantic.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. And I've got Val Cameron here. Val is filling in for Alex. So
I'm having a good time.
Thanks for doing this. I sure do appreciate it.
I'm glad that Alex had a vacation.
Well, if you weren't here, they'd make me do this show myself.
Oh, no.
And there are a couple of problems with that. Number one, it's a lot of talking. And number two, no one wants to hear from me that much. Like there's a...
I'm getting some nods over in the studio. I mean, I didn't see anything over there.
But that's always been the truth of it. I could only be successful in this business with a co-host.
I feel like that's the way I go. That's the way it is on the movie show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I want to mop up a couple of things from the last hour because there were a couple of subjects that generated quite a few texts. One was, are you polite to AI when you use an AI agent or chatbot or something like that? Are you polite to AI? And you and I both do that. We say please and thank you.
Yes.
Are
we the only ones?
I'll make compliments as a way of kind of helping give feedback, right? Trading it a little bit. So if I'm working on a project, I might say, okay, I liked this part. This part was good, or something like that. Or you did a good job here, but this needs work.
You do say this needs work, though, because I do that as well. I'm like, this is not what I asked for. What's the problem? Like, I ask those things as well.
And we got a variety of texts. This person says, yes, I do say please and thank you, which I think most people do. So this person, though, says this. Seriously, that's like talking to a toaster and thanking it for making you a nice piece of toast.
Sometimes I do. Don't judge me out
you thank
loud.
your toaster?
Sometimes.
Inanimate objects?
I love food, so if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to say thanks.
If that toast is going to make you food?
If it doesn't burn that toast, I'm happy.
This person says, yes, polite always. And then here's a reading recommendation. Clara and the Sun is a very interesting and intriguing read about humans and AI, written beautifully by Kazuo Ishiguro. They've got a movie coming out in October, they say. So we should look that up.
Yeah.
That's up your
alley.
That up. Clara with a K and the Sun. And it is, Jerry says, yes, I do say thank you to Siri every time I ask it something, and it always replies back with a you're welcome or another acknowledgement reply, which I like, you know?
Yeah, I like that we're all kind of a nice society. Well, most of us.
Most of us, right? And it is, here's another one. No need to thank AI, you're confusing a machine with a person. So what I think we're seeing here is we're seeing a delineation start to form, a difference in the human population between those of us who will survive the AI takeover and those of us who will not.
I've
think
seen
that's
the
what
Will
we're seeing
Smith
here.
movie. You know, I've seen it. I don't want to be one that gets taken out.
No, I want to be one assigned to dig ditches and live.
I just want to clean parts. Can I clean parts?
I don't want to be executed because I was mean to the machines. Okay. And then I'm polite to AI and don't travel with my spouse as she's the one. Oh, and I don't travel without my spouse as she's the one I want to be with. So this person's kind of weaving in a number of topics from last hour. And then we also had, so overall, I would say that these are probably 3-1 in favor of being polite to AI.
Yeah.
Is kind of what
I'm
these
going to
are.
go with that. Yeah.
So, and that makes sense to me. I bet most people would be polite. And I think that will increase as AI is increasingly more human-like.
I hope so.
But I think we'll feel weird not being polite.
I just hope that we're also as polite to regular people as we are to AI. If you're going to say please and thank you to AI, please also do it to humans.
Boy, what kind of a person would be more polite to AI than
I'm sure they're out there, yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe a person who only responds to performance.
Maybe.
And if an AI performs and a regular person doesn't, then the AI is
I wonder if that's
rewarded.
in the movie. Now I really want to see this movie.
I don't know. And then we also talked about a really interesting idea that neuroscientists are saying that driving a manual transmission car, it stimulates your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain linked to memory and decision making. And this is research that was led by a professor in Japan, who found that there is a neurological benefit to driving a manual transmission car because you have to scan traffic, plan ahead, and coordinate hand and foot movements. And boy, I'm wondering if maybe I ought to just go. For it and just get a manual transmission car. At some point this year, I'm going to have to get another car.
Okay, so you might be in the market anyway.
I might be in the market anyway. And I think that maybe I ought to just do it. Maybe I ought to get a manual transmission car.
Go test drive some things and see how you feel.
So here are the cars that you can get in manual transmission here in the United States. Acura Integra, Honda Civic, some models Honda Civic, Mazda 3 hatchback, Volkswagen Jetta GLI, Subaru WRZ and BRZ, and Toyota Tacoma and Ford Bronco. In fact, someone texted in, they said that you can rent manual Ford Broncos from Budget.
See, I want to get a Bronco in a couple of years, so I wonder if that's my chance.
My problem is I'm not interested in any of these cars. I had a Tacoma, which I loved.
Okay.
Which I guess I could do a Tacoma again. The back seat's a little small, though.
Okay.
That's why I gave it up in the first place. Is when my kids were small, I had a Tacoma, and it was perfect. It was a double cab. And then once they got to be like 11, we just did not fit in there anymore.
Yeah. I'm going to leave that up to my husband's car for my grandkid when I get my Bronco, because my Bronco is going to be for me. Is that selfish?
No. Look, you're the one living this life, Val.
I know, right?
Your grandchild's living their own life.
And I'll just drive his car. Like, I feel like I have options.
Does your husband drive a manual transmission car?
No, but his car has a big back seat for, like, the car
for
seats
kids.
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
For things like that.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally here, I think you hit it on the head. Polite people simply talk that way. Impolite people do not. So if people are naturally polite, they're going to be polite to AI. If they're not polite people, then they won't.
Okay.
I think that's probably right. And most people are polite.
I feel like they are. I want to think they are. I am one of those optimists out there that wants to think most people want to be good.
Most people want to be good.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a movie question?
Yes, please.
Will you tell me about this new Spaceballs movie that's coming out?
Yes, I will.
Because this is a guilty pleasure movie. When it pops up, as I'm flipping through the channels, if it pops up, I'll watch it. It was so fun. I love the giant lady with the vacuum cleaner.
Well, it makes fun of which movie?
Star Wars.
Yeah, so it makes fun of the Star Wars franchise, and now that we just got the Mandalorian Grogu, it just hopped right on board. It's the 50th anniversary of Spaceballs. Does that make us feel old maybe a little bit?
It's not 50.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not 45?
Oh, sorry, with Star Wars. It's the 50th anniversary of that franchise.
Of Star Wars, okay.
Yeah.
Phew, I was going to say, I'm in a time warp here.
But in 2027, next year, we are going to get the new Spaceballs movie, and they're just calling it Spaceballs 2, I believe. And they're going to be, if you're into San Diego Comic-Con and you want to learn more about this, next week is San Diego Comic-Con, and they are actually going to have a Spaceballs party, and they're going to put it up on YouTube, so you're going to be able to watch it. And they're probably going to make some announcements. They're probably going to have the cast there.
So did you say when it was coming out?
So it's coming out next year. There isn't an exact date yet. Let me see here. So that dark helmet has returned 40 years after the event of the first Spaceballs. So if that big dark helmet.
Is it Rick Moranis again?
Let me see. I don't think so.
Is it?
No, I think.
Alex whispered in my ear. He says, yes, it is.
Yeah, I think it is. So they're bringing him back. I feel like he was in when they did the announcement. It was Rick Moranis who was in the first one. So listen, throw whoever in it you want to have in it. This is going to be a bonding experience with me and my daughter. She does not like watching movies. I know that's crazy, but she loved the first Spaceballs.
Really?
And she's 23 years old, and she is excited for this. So this is going to be that moment that I get to have with her.
You guys get to bond over this.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
It'll be sad without John Candy.
Yeah.
May he rest.
Yeah, rest in peace, sir.
Well, all right. I mean, I hope they're not too hard on Mandalorian, because
a lot of people were hard on it.
I have loved the Mandalorian. I haven't seen the film yet.
Yeah.
But I loved the series. It was one of my favorite series that I've watched in recent memory. I loved it so much. I loved how they leaned into the whole space western thing.
Yeah.
I was all about it. It was amazing. And I'm sad they're not continuing with the series. I'm sad they're just doing a movie and leaving.
Unpopular opinion, my husband thinks it's the best Star Wars movie ever made.
The movie or the series?
The movie.
The movie, really?
Yeah, because he's not into the politics of Star Wars, because a lot of the movies have all that politics in it. But
the
he
Galactic
just thought,
Senate is a little...
he just thinks it's so much fun, like you said. It's space fights, and it's just a lot of fun. So he said he had the most fun watching The Mandalorian and Grogu than he has watching any other Star Wars movie.
I thought it was phenomenal. He's out there, he's riding around in space.
Space
and then he
cowboys,
lands
man.
on different planets, has adventures. He goes back to that weird base, and it's Lake Powell. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so much
You need
dang
to see
fun.
the movie and let me know what you think.
Okay, all right. I probably will. Okay, listen, we got to grab a quick break. When we come back, though, let me double check on what we have when we come back, because it's not going to be all. It's not going to be all movie talk. Utah. There's some things we need to sort out. CNBC did an analysis of Utah or of the 50 states where you want to move, where you want to do business, and in one of the categories was quality of living, and Utah in the CNBC analysis, Utah ranked in the bottom 5 for quality of living. Is that right? Does that sound right to you that Utah is 45th in quality of life?
I feel like we need to ask AI to check those facts.
It's pretty crazy. We're going to talk about it when we come back.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your Soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds. And never get it back, because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, S-O-T-A, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist, or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com, because Amanda, Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Are you a local business tired of juggling deliveries, managing drivers, or sending valuable employees across town? There's a better way. Pigeon Ship. For more than 10 years, Pigeon Ship has provided fast, reliable, same-day and next-day delivery services for businesses throughout Utah. Whether you need a few deliveries a day or hundreds, Pigeon Ship has the network, technology, and experience to get it done on time. Auto parts, plumbing supplies, electrical components, pharmacy deliveries, and more. Utah's most successful businesses trust Pigeon Ship to keep their operations moving. Stop the stress of hiring drivers. Stop pulling employees away from their real jobs. And stop worrying about whether your deliveries will arrive on time. Join the thousands of businesses that rely on Pigeon Ship every day for dependable local delivery solutions. Visit pigeonship.com today to schedule a call and see how quickly Pigeon Ship can streamline your delivery operations. Pigeon Ship. Avoid the trip. Pigeon Ship. That's pigeonship.com. Pigeonship.com.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1. 1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right. Welcome back to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. I've got Val Cameron here filling in for Alex Curie. And Val, we need to have a talk.
Oh, no.
I think our whole community needs to have a talk because we got some information this week that is frankly a little bit startling. And sometimes it's hard to learn things about ourselves.
Look ourselves in the mirror and really see who we are.
You know the difference between a mirror and a photograph?
Oh, yeah.
Is when you look in the mirror, you kind of see yourself how you think you look. When you look at a photograph, though, you see yourself how you really look.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes startling.
Yeah.
Utah's having that experience right now. CNBC, which is probably the biggest, business news outlet in the country. Not probably, it certainly is. I think it's probably the best. Some of the other ones are a little too political and they get a little unprofessional. But in terms of like professional, straightforward business and economic
just telling
news,
us how it is.
CNBC is by far the best. They have their top states for business in 2026. Now, you would expect, just based on our self-opinion, you'd expect us to be up there 1, 2, 3.
We're so pretty.
Right?
We're amazing.
And is there any place that rolls out the red carpet more for business than Utah? We actually landed at 16th. So we're top 20. Okay, a little bit middle of the pack, but we're upper middle of the pack.
Horrible.
But then you look at the breakdown. It broke down into this. They scored us on infrastructure, economy, workforce, quality of life, cost of doing business, technology and innovation, and business friendliness. And we're in the top 5 on workforce and business friendliness. But we are 45th in quality of life. We have the 5th worst quality of life.
We have an F is what you're saying.
It is an F. The 5th worst quality of life in the country. In fact, I'm going to sort by quality of life. The only states in the country that have a worse quality of life than us are Georgia, Louisiana, Indiana, Texas, and Tennessee.
Oh, goodness.
Now, so I looked into it. I said, well, what are they trying to say? Here's the problem. The reason why Utah is starting to get noticed for quality of life and for kind of a poor quality of life is, it's beautiful, but we have poor healthcare access. We rate 47th nationally in primary care providers per capita. We have a very low state minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour, which is, you're practically working for free at that point. Secondly, we have 3.5 million residents in the state of Utah. That's how many people live here, 3.5 million. Do you know how many licensed child care centers there are in the state?
Oh, how many?
513.
In a state where we like to have a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And we don't have anywhere to take them.
It is extremely hard to find and to afford. 3.5 million people, 513 licensed child care centers.
That's why it's so expensive.
Isn't that amazing? Air quality. Poor air quality during inversions, significantly impacting respiratory health. We have a chronic problem with that, and it leads to chronic diseases. And then also we have worker protections and inclusivity. The state scores low inclusivity. The state scores low in inclusive legal protections, reproductive rights, and overall worker support compared to national averages. And I always imagined that I always liked the beehive as our state symbol because it gave me this impression that we're all working hard together. But when you look and see that we are actually trailing the entire rest of the nation in things like worker support and family support, it makes me just feel like a worker bee instead of part of a larger thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what it's trying to invoke is, hey, we're all working this day. We're this beehive. We're doing it. We're making money all together. But then you look at this like, oh, actually, I'm just this expendable guy.
That just made me sad.
We have, and I guess you don't.
Man.
I guess you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Right.
And now we know.
But 47th nationally in primary care providers per capita. Yeah. I mean, I have my own doctor. I rarely see him, and I see him for about 15 minutes when I do. Maybe that's. I just assume that's kind of how it was for everybody.
But maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe 15-minute doctor's appointments once a year are not the norm.
Maybe that's why AI online doctor's appointments are going to win.
Maybe, I don't know. What do you think about this, though? I mean, I have a good life here. But I feel like I also have to be open to the idea that it's not as great maybe for other people.
Yeah, I mean, I see it all the time where people are looking for jobs, looking for places to put their kids, but looking also for a job that they can afford child care. And now we know, like, minimum wage is so low, you can't even afford, like you said, you're basically paying to work because by the time you drive to work, you drop your kids off at daycare, pay for that, pay for the gas, pay for your lunch, come back. Like, did you even make any money?
I wonder, you know what it feels like? I think one of the things we're learning about ourselves is all that time where we were saying, oh, we're number one for business. Really, we were just number one at like giving ourselves away to business.
So we're like selling out is what you're saying.
We were number one at giving away tax breaks for businesses. We're number one at keeping wages low, so that businesses don't have to pay us very much. We're number one at keeping benefits restrained so that businesses don't have to pay a lot of extra benefits. Maybe that's just where we've been number one.
Yeah, come here, open your business, but then there's no place for housing, and then everybody's housing goes up. It's crazy.
Now people are starting to notice that, yeah, we sell out for business, but the quality of life is not amazing.
We need to take a large look in the mirror, and this is kind of like a breakup. It's like, hey, like you just broke up with someone. You gave him everything you had. It didn't work out. Let's see if we can repair some of this.
Yeah. I mean, this has really been. It was crazy to read this analysis because, I feel like I have a really good life here.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I have a good standard of living. But again, I'm only one person.
Right.
And I know that my experience is not going to be the same for everybody. But that's also one of the mistakes that we make as humans by saying, when we hear about other problems, it's easy to say, well, I don't see that problem.
It's not directly affecting me.
Yeah, I wouldn't though, would I?
Yeah.
You know?
We got to think about the bigger picture so we can be better to people, and then we can get up that list.
It's easy to dismiss things and say, oh, well, no, that's not a problem. I don't see it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But apparently there are some other ones. So I don't know. What do you think about this? 57500, fifth worst standard of living in the country?
Yeah.
I mean,
I just still can't believe it because we used to be so much higher on this list.
Well, but this one though with the child care, 3.5 million people, 513 licensed child care centers. I mean, that at a certain point you have to look at that number and say, all right, how does someone measure? How does someone looking at Utah measure quality of life? Because we can tell them all day long, no, it's great here. But then they say, well, you want me to move there, but there's 3.5 million people, only 513 licensed child care centers. You want me to move there, but you rank 47th in the nation in primary care providers per capita. Why would you have these chronic air problems that make people sick, like real illness, chronic illness? Why would they want to move here?
It's so pretty. You don't even think about it.
And I want to fight that. I want to say, no, it's great. But I can see how someone reading this would say, well, you know.
Yeah. Or move here, open up a daycare facility, and you'll be doing at least half better than everyone else.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, honestly, is this like the next boom? in Utah is childcare facilities
We need
because they're only. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. All right, 57500. What do you think about that? We're interested in hearing your thoughts. We've got to grab news, traffic, and weather first, and then we'll be back with more on KSL Brightside.
Good afternoon. It's 2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. Our top local story this hour. Leaders from the Utah Islamic Center are speaking out against hate crimes after a Muslim man was stabbed at the Valley Fair Mall yesterday. More from KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson.
Imam Shuaib Dean from the Utah Islamic Center says the victim is a member of his congregation. The victim told him that the suspect approached him and asked what his religion was. When he said Muslim, the suspect then started murmuring what sounded like a prayer before stabbing him. The imam says it's sad there's been another targeted attack against Muslims. He believes it indicates a rise in Islamophobia. He says most people don't understand the beauty of Islam and that the Muslim community in America is like any other immigrant community, just seeking a better life for their families.
He says hate crimes don't just affect the victim, but they spread fear through the entire community. Our top national story this hour from ABC News, not a toll, but a reimbursement in the form of a trade. That's what President Trump says he'd like other countries to do to help minimize the cost the U.S. has taken on protecting cargo ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
And we would like to invest tremendously in the United States as opposed to charging a fee. And I like that, actually, because I don't think anybody should be able to charge a fee for the strait or for any other strait relationship.
Iran had said they wanted to charge tolls. Last month, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said tolls in international waters are illegal. On Wall Street today, your money, the Dow, was up 9 points. The NASDAQ gained 233. Coming up, this brutal weather could end this afternoon. What's next? Well, KSL Weather is next. Stay with us. It's 2:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Can we talk about something difficult to discuss? Are you going through a difficult financial time? You have equity in your home, but nobody can help? American Home Loans has created the Bridge Loan Program to use your equity regardless of your credit at this time. The Bridge Loan can be used to pay debts, collections, IRS liens, divorce settlements, or home improvements. Call at 801-262-2221. That's 262-2221. This loan creates a bridge between now and a much brighter future. After COVID, one of their clients had over $85,000 in credit cards. Their scores were too low to borrow on their home. American Home Loans was able to save them $2,000 a month. And after 8 months, they qualified for a conventional loan and lowered their payments. The consultation is free and confidential. Please call them and see what they can do for you. The number is 801-262-2221. It's 262-2221, or go to AmericanHomeLoans.com. AmericanHomeLoans.com. NMLS 245422, Equal Housing Lender.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious, mouthwatering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now, with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations in American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. And I was thinking the other day, Monty, that every water softener I've ever seen has a giant tank that holds bags and bags of water softener salt. Well, except one, the one I have in my home. And I picture this, my Connecticut has the little salt tank about the size of a paper shredder or a small trash can.
Well, Doug, that's because the Connecticut water softeners use so much less salt, an average of 70% less than other water softeners. So you don't need a tank that holds 6 or 8 bags of salt.
I love the fact that it's so easy to fill because I don't have to lift those bags up so high, and it seems like those bags of salt, well, they're getting heavier every year.
Yes, it does. When you using 1 bag of salt for every 3 a regular water softener uses, there's no need for a large salt tank.
Tired of lifting those heavy salt bags to fill your giant water softener salt tank? Go to softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
KSL News Time, 2:35. Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Got some delays on southbound I-15 already starting up at the South Interchange, reaching down past 7200 South in Midvale. And then a texter reporting some debris in the roadway on northbound I-15. This is in Farmington near Lagoon, so right where the West Davis corridor merges. A little slow there. And then we have a crash in Weber County getting off of northbound I-15 at 5600 South. They are blocking that right lane, so do be careful as you get around them to try and get off the freeway in Roy. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather. Thunderstorms are possible this afternoon as we reach to 100 degrees. Tomorrow, thunderstorms and a high of only 96. In fact, for the next 7 days, we're apparently done with the triple digits. Right now, 97. I'm Jeff Kaplan from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. It's Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. Just a few segments left on KSL Brightside. Today I'm Ethan Millard. I've got Val Cameron with me, filling in for Alex. You're doing great, Val. You're still here.
I can't believe we're almost done.
We're doing it.
That was crazy.
Oh, that's right. We're on the downhill slope for sure. Now, I want to bring up something, though. So we talked, it was it yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday or Friday when I had Richie Stedman on here with me, when Richie was guest hosting. And it was that man in Yellowstone National Park that was flipped up in the air by the bison.
Yeah.
Up like 8 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Just an amazing photo we saw of that guy, just, arms and legs splayed and just in midair.
The fact that he's still alive is, thank goodness.
He's super
Thank
lucky.
goodness. Yeah.
So, we all have to remind ourselves, you got to stay away from the animals. You can't keep food around. You got to give them clearance. And that's all really good advice. And then I saw a story today that made me realize that actually out here in Utah, we actually have it okay. Things could be worse. And I know Yellowstone's not Utah, but it's just up a little to the north. But, we have our own problem. Antelope Island, people can get in trouble with the bison there on Antelope Island. And, of course, we've got bears and things like that in campgrounds. But listen to this. So the Isle Royale National Park, which I think is in Michigan, they have temporarily closed both the 3 Mile and Duncan Narrows campgrounds through at least the end of the month due to increasingly bold wolves seeking human food. They have even had wolves slashing through like screens and
they're getting into
tents
cabins
and things like that to try and get at the food. Can you believe that?
And it's the thing is they tell people not to feed the animals, but we still think they're cute and we still want to feed them. And that's why they keep coming back. And now they're a nuisance.
So we shouldn't feed the animals.
No.
What happens when the animals are trying to feed on us?
Yeah, we don't like that either.
We don't like that either.
But if we're encouraging them with the food, it's our problem.
So do you know how, the problem is that the wolves are becoming habituated to people in this area. And do you know how they're dealing with it? You know what?
No. Like, how do you even deal with it?
Eventually, I suspect they're going to have to shoot them.
Oh, no. I hope not.
That's just my guess.
Yeah.
Because that happens. Like, that really happens with wildlife, right? When it becomes habituated, it's got to be, what if it's a predator, right? And it's not afraid.
But they're calling it hazing, right? They're hazing these wolves.
They're hazing the wolves for now. So they're using air horns, paintballs, and they're using motion sensing noise devices to discourage them from returning to campsites because they keep coming around these campsites. So they've just closed these campsites. At a certain point, I don't know if the wolves will not leave these two campsites alone. Do the campsites just become permanently closed?
I feel like it. I'm one of those people, though. I'm like this. They were here before us, and we're kind of impeding on their land. So, like for me, like if they're just going to keep coming back, then yeah, I feel like you should just close those down and open some up somewhere else, or call it a day. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely see your point. I also do not want to wake up in the middle of the night to something chewing on my leg.
I don't think
or trying to drag me out of the tent.
I don't think anybody does. Yeah.
I do think so. You're right. You are right. And one of the things that we've learned about the wolf reintroduction is how critical they are to the overall health
ecosystem
of the environment in a national park. I'm sure you saw that astonishing short film about Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And about how the wolf reintroduction has completely changed the park. Not just that you can see wolves, but it's restored habitat along rivers because the large hoofed animals are not milling about all the time. They're having to keep moving.
They work together, like side by side, of how to make these areas better.
It is astonishing how much the reintroduction of wolves has improved Yellowstone National Park. So I get that. At the same time, though, I am pro-human enough that I feel like it's okay.
So maybe do we take some of the wolves somewhere else? Like the problem wolves, do we maybe go put in a sanctuary somewhere? I don't know.
At the very least, I feel like if predators are becoming habituated to the people areas of the national park, they have to go.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah.
Because if they're habituated to this campsite, well, what's going to prevent them from becoming habituated to another? And which family gets to enjoy suddenly this wolf deciding, hey, this campsite was fun, let's go try this one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's a hard line to figure out what to do.
Could they go to a sanctuary? Sure. But also you can shoot them.
Okay.
I know you don't. I can see by your reaction.
And I know they're not pet dogs, but yeah.
I can see your
reaction. I get it. I get why that would maybe need to happen, but I'm hoping that maybe there's another way. I live in a Disney movie, and I hope there's another way.
to not have to shoot them?
Yes.
Well, this is where the shelter, right? The rescue, the sanctuary.
Go to a sanctuary, bring in some ones that we haven't fed yet, and people stop feeding the animals.
Yeah,
feed
that's
your
a huge
family,
problem.
don't feed the animals.
Well, and this is a huge problem because, and this is something that we have to, that is worth remembering. And it's not just feeding the animals; it's also just leaving food out for them.
Yeah, be responsible.
When you're not responsible with that, the wolves or the predators that end up being shot, they're really it's our fault.
It is, and that's why I don't think we should be killing them.
Because they're acting on instinct. They are going to do what they are going to do, and we know exactly what they're going to do. And so it is a little bit unfair that we would leave all this food out for them and then shoot them for eating it. That is a little unfair.
I don't like it.
I see your point. But again, though, the campsites are for people.
But again,
they're not for wolves. The forest is for the wolves. The campsite is for people.
Okay.
And the wolves need to understand that. All right, we've got to grab a quick break here. When we come back, we've got the AI question of the day, and it's for you, Val.
Oh, okay.
The AI question is for you and part of your personal life.
Oh.
Are you ready for this?
Maybe.
It's on the rundown. I thought everyone
then I'm
was
good.
fine with it.
Yeah,
You're
I'm good.
with it?
Yeah, I'm good then.
Okay, all right.
I thought this was a surprise. You looked at me like it was a surprise or something.
Well, because we're just doing this for the first time. Like with Alex, I always know how far into his personal life I can go. With you, I'm still not sure.
I'm an open book. Yeah, I'm an open book. Let's go. Yeah, I am.
Well, let's find out. We'll find out. Is she really an open book? That's coming up next.
Hey guys, Alex Curie here. For more than 40 years, Advanced Window Products has been bringing their customers the best window in the business. And not just the best window, how about the best price on a window? You know why? Because they cut out the middleman. They don't need any of this, buy it from somewhere else and make it somewhere else and ship it here. They do all of it here. The factory is here. Advanced Windows has been making windows and efficient homes for Utahns for the last 40 years. Let me give you a phone number that'll help you save $2,500 off of 10 windows or more right now. 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. This is a family-owned business here in the state of Utah. That means they haven't just been making the windows here. They've also been lifetime warrantying these windows right here in the state of Utah for all those 40 years. That means you're going to get the best customer service on top of the fact that you're already getting the best window in the business. Let me give you that phone number again for $2,500 off of 10 windows or more. It's 801 850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. It's Advanced Window Products.
This week's movie show brought to you by Sound Sleep. Get a free sleep screening and a free sleep consultation by tuning in on Friday morning. Sound Sleep with 6 locations in Utah.
Looking for your next big win? Head to ksl.com/win and enter this week's contests. You could win a pair of tickets to Thanksgiving Point's Imagine Area. See Zach Bryan live at Rice Eccles Stadium. Enjoy Guys and Dolls at the Sarah Shell. Cheer on Real Salt Lake or the Utah Royals and so much more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be our next winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit ksl.com/win today.
Hey there, it's Julie from Logan. Head up north where the air is clear for a refreshingly unexpected getaway. Start your day by singing yodelay-hoo at the top of your lungs on a canyon trail with views that go on for miles. Here's a secret. The National Forest is only 10 minutes from your hotel. What? I know. Next, rent horses or a side-by-side at Beaver Creek Lodge up Logan Canyon to spy colorful wildflowers and birds and stunningly beautiful scenery. After your day of adventure, wander downtown to check out our local shops selling everything from antiques to giant jigsaw puzzles to vintage clothing and goat's milk soap. Watch them hand-dip chocolates at Bluebird Candy, eat sourdough pizza, or drop into the family-friendly Prodigy Brew Pub where their deep-fried pickle spears are divine. I didn't even mention live theater performance like the Lyrics Laugh Out Loud Forever Plaid, or free concerts every weekday at noon in the Tabernacle, or community festivals, or, see what I'm saying? We are refreshingly Logan. Visit explorelogan.com, explorelogan.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Getting help with plumbing repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, just a couple of minutes left on KSL Brightside today. I'm Ethan Millett. I've got Val Cameron here. By the way, you can hear Val every Friday morning on the movie show right here on KSL.
With Andy. We have so much fun. Join us.
It's a phenomenal time. We always love it. And then you can also hear Val on Friday midday with Alex and me, because when we start the show here at 1 p.m., our very first segment every Friday is Movies That Stink, and it's with someone from the movie show, and it's pretty much always Val.
It's going to always be me, probably.
It's going to always be you.
And I'm going to let you know if the Odyssey was good or bad this Friday.
I'm super interested in that, and I saw that there is, you can see it in 35 millimeter in some places.
Yeah.
One of them being the Broadway Theater right here. And are you going to do that?
I saw it last night on IMAX, and I'm going to try and get a screening just because that experience alone, regardless of what movie, is pretty cool. So I'm going to see if I can do that. Yeah.
The last show I saw at Broadway, so no, I have to have seen something since then. But you know what show I remember seeing at Broadway was Goldeneye.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's been a minute.
Well, and it was cool because it was finally we had another James Bond movie. Finally, we had another Bond movie, and because it had been a number of years.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget watching Pierce Brosnan jump off the face of the dam, and everyone starts cheering. The whole crowd starts cheering and applauding.
Nice.
And it was really, really
You've
cool.
seen another James Bond movie since then, right?
Oh, yeah. I've
Okay,
seen
I
lots
just
of
wanted
movies.
to make sure.
I'm just trying to think of the last time I was at the Broadway.
Yeah.
I used to go there quite a bit, but when I was a young man, when I was a teenager, I was there quite a bit. But anyway, all right. So we end our show. We try to end our show with an AI question of the day, and so we're going to dig in a little bit to Val's personal life here.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
All right, welcome to the AI question of the day. So, Val, you've got big changes coming to your life.
I do.
Tell us about it.
So I'm going to be a nonna, so a grandma in Italian. I'm
Well
going to be.
done.
Thank you. I had nothing to do with it except for having my kid.
That's
right. That's half.
That's half of it right there.
I'm going to be a nonna in about 4 weeks. And this is my first Nona experience. It's my only child. She's having her first kid. And there was something that happened that I never thought about that I could do when I had her. And my daughter sent out to everyone in her family a list of rules for once the baby came of what we could and could not do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what was your reaction to those rules?
I mean, at first I was like, oh, you can do this? You can actually send family members like rules? Because when I grew up, it was like, I can't tell a bunch of Italians like what they can do.
Yeah.
They just do what they do, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, this is really cool. But when she said we can't kiss the baby like on the hands or the face, I was like, but it's going to smell so good and I'm going to love it so much. But for the first little while, no one except for the parents can kiss the baby. And
is this a disease prevention thing, or is this a bonding thing?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I think mainly illnesses and stuff like that, and just cleanliness in general. And I looked this up online when she sent it to me. This is not a new thing.
Really?
This is something that a lot of people do. And one of the biggest reasons, and this is on my daughter's list, is wait for an invitation before you come over. And I think that should be just a regular thing that people should tell somebody before they're coming to their house. But I guess with grandparents is they think they can just show up and see their grandbaby at any moment.
Yeah, so not every grandparent is going to be as magnanimous as you are with rules like this. So how old does the baby need to be before you can kind of get in, really cuddle it and give it a kiss on its cheek?
I think about 6 months old.
6 months.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it really depends on the parent. But I just told my daughter, I said, you tell me when it's okay, and
Good.
then I'll say okay.
And I think that's what you have to do. I mean, that's the only thing that you can do, because one of the hard things about being a parent is letting your children have their lives.
Exactly.
And in fact, that's one of the things that helps make death make sense, is that you have to clear the decks. And that's when your kids really kind of grow up and finally own their lives 100%. It has to be that natural process. So it makes sense that a child would have boundaries that would need to be respected.
Yeah,
you know?
and some of the people she gave these rules to are not loving it. And one of them was, if you have an opinion about being a parent, don't give it to me unless I ask you for it. My daughter said that, and I was like, you know what? High five. Because as a parent, especially a new one, everybody is going to give you all of their opinions on what you're supposed to do. They need to figure it out as parents themselves on how they want to parent this kid.
Correct.
And again, I had a baby at 21, and everyone was telling me, and I thought I had to follow everybody's rules, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that I could say no.
Yeah.
But it's a different time.
You know, it's well, I think good for her. And you know what? Everyone can decide. Are they going to follow the rules and be part of this baby's life early on, or are they going to wait?
Yeah.
It's up to them.
Yeah.
And you know what I bet too? I bet once you guys kind of get into it, I bet those rules will change a lot, and probably pretty quickly.
I'm not going to say that out loud, but I might agree with you.
Well, you know how things are, you know?
Yeah.
Because this is her first child.
Yeah.
And this is like anything else in life. When you walk up to this experience, you've got a list of things. You're ready, right? And you know, and then you find out that, you know, there are some things you weren't ready for, and there's some things that aren't going to work. Some things you nailed. Some things are not going to work. You know what I mean? You figure it out as you go.
But I want them to figure it out, and it's great that they're doing this, and I just said, you tell me what and when and how, and it's your kid, and I'll respect it.
I think that's awesome, and congratulations to you. People have told me that being a grandparent is the reward for being a parent. That's what people have told me.
So I am excited.
I'm having spasms. I'm having spasms right now because I'm a new grandparent. We just had twin baby granddaughters.
Wow. Congratulations.
They are, 3 months old today.
Oh, wow.
And are you kidding me that I have to keep my mouth closed? Are you kidding
Guess
me?
what?
You know what? When you had kids, you got all that advice, right?
Yeah.
You survived it. You got through to the other end.
Yep.
Kids are cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, yep. But I'm respecting it, and we'll see. And I'm not gonna, in my mind, I'll be doing my own thing. But yeah.
I hope it's as exciting for you as it was for me.
Oh,
I was at the hospital 3 months ago today, and when I heard one of those little girls give a little tiny cheep as I was walking down the hall behind the nurse who was bringing them to their room, and I saw that little tiny face and heard that little cheep cry, bonded for life. And honest to goodness, I couldn't think of stepping back and not being involved. I was going out of my skin at that moment.
Yeah, so good. I'm going to cry right now. I love that so much. Congratulations.
And I wish you the very best with it.
Thank
and
you.
I don't want you to have to be shy. I mean, the kids will be okay. They will.
Yeah, I just want to respect it, but I'm hoping that as they get into it, they'll figure it out. So. I still get to hold and I still get to nuzzle. It's just not kissing the baby on the face.
You are much more mature than me. I think that's what the problem is here.
Well, but I
hope we got that in a soundbite that I can take home with me.
I think what I like about the way your daughter's approaching it, though, is that she's giving herself the flexibility.
Yes.
To change and adjust that. What's hard to do is allow behavior that then you have to restrict.
Exactly.
It's easier to kind of set the boundary well out there. And then once you see what you're dealing with, you got the child, all that's done. They're here, they're alive, they're at home. Then you kind of start to see, okay, how do we really want to do this? Rather than allowing for everything. And then, because there will be some behavior, if she were to allow everything and just allow people to do whatever they want to do with her and with this child.
Free for all.
There will be things that she wishes she could restrict, but she would feel bad about doing it. She feel like she might not be able to. So if you kind of keep that boundary bright and clear early.
Yeah.
I feel guilty of mansplaining here, first of all. And Ethan, you're right. You just triggered something in me. At this point, before the babies arrive, it's all lists, it's all warnings, it's all forms, it's all doctors telling you what's going to be. Once it happens, maybe they just kind of go into neutral a little bit.
So I have a selfish thing that I really want is I want her to have all these rules, and then like a week into it is like, okay, nobody can do that, but you're my mom, so you can do all
that.
These
Is
things.
exactly
Selfishly,
that's what's
I
gonna
want
happen.
her to be, but Nona can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I bet you $10 that's exactly what's going to happen.
I'll let you guys know.
But you let her get the baby's got to get here first, and you got to go through all this still, and so it's going to be awesome. Well, I asked AI. I said, how should I prepare to be a grandparent? And it went through some basic things. You got to refresh your knowledge of baby care, which I'm sure you probably still remember.
Yeah.
Prepare your home, establish boundaries with parents, adjust your mindset. And I thought, well, this is boring. So I did a follow-up prompt. But I'm a really mean person and I hate children. What should I do to prepare to be a grandparent? So, number 1, define your boundaries immediately. Be honest with your adult children about your limits before the baby arrives so they do not build unrealistic expectations. So defining boundaries is a good idea, kind of no matter where you fall on this. And then you focus on parallel support. You can support your adult child without ever having to hold, entertain, or interact directly with the baby.
Thank you, AI.
So there you go. So there's some, and you plan for the future, not the present. And I responded to that a little bit because, we gotta wrap up. But everyone responds to their children at different phases of life at different times, and so I've experienced this, and I really believe in that. Hey, it's okay to plan for the future and let someone else take the lead in the present. But all right, we've got to wrap it up here so we can make room for Jeff Kaplan in the afternoon news. But Val, great job today.
Thank you.